So, hello everybody, I'm back with Cancer. How y'all doing? So, Cancer, I'm coming up here for October the 2nd to October the 11th for 2019. Okay. So, I have a few cards that's already laid out. One is just y'all signifier. Okay. Um, so, what is the questions that I asked? The first question for the first card was, I asked my spirit guides, what constant energy will be around Cancer during October the 2nd to October the 11th for 2019? The next question I asked was, out of this constant energy that'll be around Cancer the whole time, what would be one of them that might stand out potentially the most? What would be a separation, degree of separation from the energy that stands out the most for Cancer? The next question that I asked was, for these two cards that you had given me from the questions that I asked, what is the fusion of the storyline for Cancer during the week of October the 2nd to October the 11th? So, Cancer, for the first question, what came up for you was spirituality and religion. That's a deep history. I mean, to be honest, it's a deep history. To have that constant energy around you, I mean, down here, you could be the type of person that is into some groups, religious or spiritual groups. You might be now at a point in time of getting a heightened experience. Maybe it's called awakening. Dang, I couldn't even think of my other words. Maybe it's going through culture shock and trying to deal with how to define yourself within your own beliefs. And that leads me to the next card, because we got oracle cards. I don't think in this deck they have one that say tarot, but I feel like this card, I mean, let me look and see. Because I do not have this deck memorized, so I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. But I feel, that it's referencing both tarot and oracle, but let me see if I could, okay. Yeah. It's no Pacific card for tarot. So what I was trying to say, go back to what I was feeling was, maybe you are inquiring, or maybe you view more than just me. I think somewhere in your viewing profile that, or either this could be a contradiction that's keeping you away from being with somebody. This form of spirituality, either you oppose it or you is into it some kind of way. Okay? Now, let's get into the fusion of the energy. You have number 44, and it says, you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. So let me read your fusion storyline from this energy. I mean, I think it's kind of good, but I do. Because, I mean, you can't go back as in spiritual and religion. And then, you can't go back. Could be from the point of view of you opposing the belief in that form of spirituality, or it could be the conflict of why you agree with it and you try to self-discover, or maybe you're going through complications on why other people could tell you more about you in your past than you experience them with the tarot cards. You know, you're going to be going through that challenge. But let's get into it and let's read it. Alright? In this lovely moment, Alice is being asked to recount her adventures for the graphone who longs to hear them and is genuinely interested. Alice would love to share too, but she knows if she talked a great deal about what has happened and where she is from, she will never truly be able to move forward and find out who she is now, and that she has changed and within the world of Wonderland. The graphone, right? Graphone wants her to share so he can be entertained and perhaps get to know her a little better. But for Alice, the thought of reliving the past is no good, and as it would not help him know her, and as she has changed too much, and therefore her history is not a way to true friendship. Perhaps this is the same for you. Focus on creating new memories, on sharing experiences, on getting to know someone, letting them know you in the present. Through observation and conversation, accept that you have changed. As we change, the simple telling of who we are, who we were, and what we did is sometimes not as powerful as sharing who we are becoming and experiencing new adventures right in the heart of the precious present moment. Yes, we can share our past adventures and histories. Perhaps you were quite a different person then. So consider adventuring forth and fully experiencing the present with people you have connected with. Your past will spill out of you when the time is right for the sharing of such things. So, I mean, yeah, I kind of dropped some of those hints. I really do feel that energy of, you know, maybe Cancer really is, and this is about to be set up for twin flame. So let me just go ahead and get into understanding a little bit more of the message, okay? So, universe, for Cancer, when it comes to the story, you can't go back. Up there with this universal energy, karmatic energy, with the energy around, you know better than these spirit guides, or the energy that you having to translate as it relates to the spirituality and the religion and the oracle guides. When it comes to Cancer twin flame, that twin flame journey, okay. So you got the child, okay. This child do feel more frustrated, and this is like, this is just personal, okay? This is just a personal, this story is personal for you. And it could be that you going through Ancestry.com, or you might be present for it. Maybe you come in contact with some people right now during this week that just tell you some information. Maybe you're going to school. You can come across some information that start bothering you, some history that start bothering you. This is definitely something that's going to bother you. But how is bothering you, and when it comes to understanding your composite, your creation, your destiny, is the challenge. To find where the importance is at it. What was the intentions about it? And it seemed like this week that the situation, you might be focused, I feel like you focus so much more in reality of it that you're going to, it's almost like you got potentially be upset, Cancer, because somebody know you better than you know you. It's kind of like that feeling. And you know that it's a supernatural feeling. You know that it's supernatural. And it seems like it's a struggle because the reality of it, you can't grab air. And air is one of the most supernatural elements that's around. You can hold water, but you need something to assist you in holding water. That's why you drink water. And then eventually water absorbs inside of your skin, so then you become what holds water. So it's like having a feeling of being treated like you slow or you stupid kind of is around. And you might have that feeling also embarking into the spiritual journey. That could be like when you come across certain things, you could be very aggressive and knocking them because they seem petty, meaningless, not factual. But let's get into what spirit guides want you to know about this twin flame energy right here. Okay. Can I get 4 cards, spirit guides, for me to translate what you would like Cancer to know about this twin flame energy right here? This twin flame journey energy. For October the 2nd to October the 11th, 2019. We had a 2 of Pentacles so far. So this energy is now about to put you in the circus of spirituality. It's going to have you feel like that you don't have a right to maybe your own opinions. That you don't have a right to maybe your own opinion. The Devil card is coming up next. The Tower card is coming up. Can prompt conflict. Or it will prompt conflict within you on your true twin flame journey. The conflict can be obvious during this week, but this conflict is something that's going to come in the future. So I could see that. The conflict, it's 2 conflicts. One that's going to unfold. One that's going to unfold during this week. But the true conflict of your twin flame journey is in the future. And the 5 of Pentacles is coming out to confirm that. We have the 3 of Cups that's coming out to confirm it. Because it's the beginning. With the Child card coming on, you're going into a beginning of a stage. Okay? And you got this choice between this Devil and this Tower. And both of them are going to have you feel the 5 of Pentacles type of energy no matter what. Can I get the 10 of Cups? The Tower card. Can I get clarification for the Tower card? It's gonna fuck with you in the future and your stability. Whatever is happening this week, when it comes to this situation, it got future repercussions, because it has something to do with you deep down inside that you don't see probably related to it. Meaning that underneath of that now is the Magician. Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see where it got meaning to you. You don't see the attachment. You knocking it. Because the Tower got Temperance, which to me, the Tower and Temperance is about the same. It's just one is cup and one is fire. And you got the Seven of Pentacles. So what I'm going to say right now to describe this type of energy, right? What they trying to tell you is, maybe you already stuck in your mode or your demeanor of whatever. If there's a specific spirituality, or maybe you might be going so deep down in the rabbit hole. You're doing something. You're doing something that is connected to your twin flame journey. You're very passionate with this Ten of Cups and this Devil card. But the thing is, I know that I'm talking to different types of Cancers because your mood is different. Meaning that some of y'all is going to go through the point of rejecting, right? This rejection, as far as your twin flame journey, is actually the disciplinary action. It's like you come into an intersection on your destiny line, right? Or your archives records then came before cancel. That like, how can I say it? Okay, this is the best way. The cancel that your origin, where you come from, right, is probably something like probation officers for you right now, pretty much. Okay, this like the probationary. It could be your mother and father, whatever, but this is the people that's governing you, right? And so doing the governing aspect is like, at this point in time, it's time to reveal this row of souls, this row of Cancer souls. We need to go into the ocean, and we need to dig into the sand. We need to get these ones out that maybe has been forgotten about, or maybe we need to see, because we got another plan that we got in store for Earth, and because we got this extra plan that's in store, we need to go over this certain row of souls to figure out how they're going to be affected within this change that's pending. This change is going to happen, but we need to, in order to make sure that the governing bodies is enjoying the change that's coming in the future, they need to review your records. So it's almost like you're going through the review of your records, going up for parole, and now it's like this Devil and this Ten of Cups is whether you're going to be paroled in the future, and how you're going to be paroled in the future. How and if. So those two is like what this Two of Pentacles is. The Two of Pentacles is the how and if. Okay? So, right. So you got, with that going on, as everything is So that's what I feel like what brings about the Tower card and why the Temperance and the Seven of Pentacles is here, right? Because during the 2nd and 11th, you going through the clip of the movie scene that's soon to be released. But because timing works different for humans and the governing bodies right here, I'm trying not to get you to be wrapped up in the timing, except whenever this message resonate or how this message resonate for you. So, you know, so the Five of Pentacles is also like the room for improvement, or it's the change that's coming, and that you're going to be participating in that change one way or another in the future. For sure. Okay, so let me go in a little bit deeper, okay, Cancer. And let me go in from the point, because, you know, I straightened it up in Leo. Leo was the first one. Appreciate you, Leo, being my testers. So, let's go in now from the internal aspect of it, okay? So, for Cancer, how would this affect Cancer on the internal aspect of their twin flame journey? How would this affect Cancer on their internal aspect of their twin flame journey? 3 cards, please, during October the 2nd to October the 11th of 2019. We got the 5 of Cups, we have the 4 of Wands, and we have the 3 of Wands. So, underneath for the deck, we have the Sun card. That's a trick. Because of this 5 of Cups, you're going to come unwind. Something is going to unwind you in your root chakra. Now, I feel like with the 3 of Wands, right, and the Sun card, this is where I feel like the shadow dynamic of the Sun is coming in and a little bit with the 3 of Wands, because the 3 of Wands is actually moving backwards compared to the 4 of Wands. So this is like the indication is something that's going to rattle you and make you feel like, it's going to make you feel like taking 2 steps back. But once again, the point of you taking these 2 steps back going to be the application of the 5 of Cups. Meaning that you're going to be, it's like real parallel or series. No, it's more series, okay? This is a series type of energy. Meaning that the way you're going to feel internal is not, all of it is not going to come out, but part of this is going to come out. Because of this situation is just a beginning, right? So this 5 of Cups going to come to you and it's going to shake your root chakra. It's either going to shake it because you're going to school, you're doing something. Cancer, you're going to put yourself in a situation to obtain this knowledge. You're going to do that. Your behavior at that point in time of placing yourself, your responsibility in that situation is the whole factor that's going to determine the domino layout. Not the domino effect yet. The dominoes is not going to fall. It's like dealing with an energy that's lining the dominoes up. But it's a real life situation. But I'm going to get clarification for the 5 of Cups. You know, I don't want to say it's not no dark night of the souls. It's a probationary period. You're going up for review. That's what the Five of Cups is. You're going up for review. And I know it. Can I get clarification for the Five of Cups? It's going up for review. You're feeling nervous. You're feeling excited. That's what I mean. You're going to place yourself in a situation to gain this out-of-the-box knowledge. There you go. King of Swords. You're going to put yourself there internally. Everything going to align with your curiosity. See, there you go. The Hierophant. You're willing to intake this information. So that's the first and foremost thing that you got to understand in this wicked situation. You was willing to obtain this information. Even if the person didn't even come out and tell you every single thing, like, yo, I got this place that I want to go to. Can you come and ride with me? You say, yeah, boom, willing. Boom. Guilty. So just because you don't like the way it turned out, because it conflicts with your views, be careful about it. Even if you go talk to somebody who just didn't answer all your questions. Maybe they did not answer all your questions because of many reasons. Maybe it is the one that you got right. But why did you have it right? Could that be just a moment, that a time that it was not time for you to get that information? You need, these dominoes is being laid out. So it takes a little bit longer. But don't knock the whole game because of that one moment. Or you can knock it. But if it comes back up internally, months or a year or so from now, don't knock it then. Gonna have to be careful, because it's like, the first time you fooled me, okay, I'll let you have that one. The second time, man, that's all on me. Everybody decide on the third one, because sometimes people don't even get the second one, right? So I'm saying, you got a choice on whether you're going to get the second one. Now, on an external factor, how would this energy affect Cancer externally on their twin flame journey? How would this energy affect Cancer on their twin flame journey externally? How would this energy affect Cancer externally on their twin flame journey? The Lovers. Lovers, interesting. The Five of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. You got the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles, and what's in between it is the Five of Pentacles. You know, externally, for real, Cancer, I think it's really questioning you on whether you're going to be jealous, envy, whether it's going to question your happiness and what happiness means. And it's going to throw in a sly one. What's the difference between happiness and joy? Yep. Because there you go. You got the World card that's at the bottom of it. The sneaky part is, what is the difference between happiness and joy? And if these two is actually connected, which it looks like it. It looked like they connected. Because they laying out the dominoes, so they look like they connected. So from this situation that you willingly put yourself in, that make you challenge your spiritual and religious beliefs, gonna also trigger your third eye chakra. Whatever way this trigger you, it's going to challenge you on your sincerity. Meaning, say, like I said, say it didn't agree. It's going to challenge you in the future. It's going to challenge you in your environment. Meaning that, for example, say like I said that the person took you there and they say you guilty, right? They might not went in detail with it, but you was guilty because you was willing to go, right? Now, the thing is like in your external environment, and you could be all by yourself, and this front store could just been intriguing and how you walk up inside of there. And you could literally start saying, why this place feel like I've been here before, even though I didn't been here before at all, period. I know I haven't. I just came in here because I was like, yo, let me see. I ain't even see all of this up in here before. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even look at this place like this. Now they catching my eye. And then you go up in there and you got a similar resonance. Maybe your mind, which is not really functioning, but it's your heart activating your third eye to make you think that you having an internal vision, but it's an external vision of the environment. It's like scanning, your third eye is scanning the environment on how it relates to the events, right? So you just got this prompt feeling of what just happened, but maybe you shake it off because you didn't ask for your third eye to evaluate that situation, right? So because you didn't ask and you weren't conscious of it, you more like, what this got to do with where I just came from? It's very connective. It's very connective, Cancer. It's very connective. Interesting. I like it though. But let me get clarification of the Five of Pentacles real quick, okay? Can I get clarification for the Five of Pentacles? Can I get clarification for the Five of Pentacles? Yeah. The Queen of Wands. That happiness and joy. Because, I mean, at the same time, it's like you're in a happy place, but you probably did enjoy getting out the house when you went to the other place, right? So what is the difference between the happiness and joy in this situation? It would be nothing but going back to yourself and a degree of separation. You separated self from events. That's all you did. So, in your parole situation, and like I said, depending on how this situation is influencing, maybe if you oppose this, well, you might be opposing this because maybe you was one in your last lifetime. And there might have been some things that you did. And so during the parole board, it's either saying that, okay, you might be getting released, but you still barred from this. So you might always be an enemy to these type of beliefs. And you might just still be religious or spiritual, but you just don't condone this side of the business. And that could just be because you've been stripped of your power. You're not stripped of your anointing because you're serving your crime. So they're not doing double jeopardy. and beating your ass 100% down, but you strip of a certain aspect of your power that will open up more wisdom to you. And that's why your wisdom is restricted to a religious perspective, or as one that supported a monothesis supported type of religious point of view that satisfies you, and why you know, discontent. But if, depending on how discontent you are, only going to limit put more constraints on your happiness and joy. Depending on how you showing respect to it, you can disagree with it by how you showing respect to it. Now, say that you're going on your journey forward. Once again, it could still be the same situation. But if you're already getting frustrated with the way that you're communicating with the cards, well, you might be falling back into the pattern of that guilty behavior of what you might have did in your last lifetime. So, being that judgmental on the application process just might have more than one linkage, is what I'm saying. So you can go out and, you know, that could be why you don't really have a certain one or certain things that attract you to certain people in certain spiritual realms. Okay? So, this is closing out with the King of Cups. I hope, Cancer, that y'all enjoyed this video. Until the next time, y'all stay positive and be safe.